was going to literally just relax and lay down and do this video, unplug, because, well, actually I think I've done a video where I had the headset still plugged in, so it's whatever. I don't really care right now. I didn't sleep very much the night before, so last night I kind of just, I feel like I've recovered some sleep, but I need to, obviously still sleep. It's like the old saying that I say a lot. It's easier to destroy than it is to create, and that's a very in general rule of thumb, you can say, because I have all this stuff on my head. I'm sorry, I'm a little out of frame. It's weird fuzzies that float around here, and an ant, get off my hat. Oh well. Now what that means is that how hard is it? Rather you want to say financially, or rather you want to say, I'm going to try and kind of just be this weird giraffe-looking thing, just because I'm shirtless, and for the sake of being appropriate on a video. That's why I'm not laying down in whatnot in my tent, like I was going to while filming. How hard is it? Physically hard, mentally hard. How long does it take, to build a house versus to take a sledgehammer or a stick of dynamite? Now, granted, I don't know how easy dynamite is these days to come across, or any kind of explosive, but I digress. Point being is that everything in life, whether it's losing weight, whether it's, creating structure in one's mind, whether it's anything in life, getting things on track, that's more difficult than it is to just let yourself go. And I want to make this video as a rant, kind of, and a video response. So I have no idea what I'm going to call it. I might just call it, I don't know. I'll figure it out when I start uploading. But so much for not being shirtless, right? I don't know if I've been shirtless in a video before. I don't know. Anyways, regardless, sorry if me being shirtless offends you. Listen to the video and put the phone in your pocket, or just don't look at the screen. Again, we have other senses to take in information. So I'm a very realistic person, and there's a lot of stupid people out there, or a lot of people that don't follow train of thought all the way to the end of the track, till there's no more track anymore to be fed. So what I mean by that is, I was just watching a very interesting video. It was I would call it a response video, because he was in a way responding to something that he was fed up with. I'll put the link below. Hopefully you find it just as informative as I did. But he was talking about the alkaline diet. Now, he makes a very good point. Now, I'm not making this video to completely bash on this guy who, again, I'm not fully with it. So, I'm drawing a blank on the guy's name as of right now, and keep dropping my phone in sand. But regardless, again, if you're curious about the video, it will be in the description. So I'm going to eat as well. People like the word diet a lot, and it's a word that I think mentally reinforce what they're doing, instead of just saying, I'm going to eat and change my eating habits, which is what the word diet actually means. It's the structure of your eating habits, like sweet potato. The whole reason why people die is because they either have a goal, like weight loss, or because they want a particular result. Now, here's something that the guy, again, I probably should have slept in more. The only problem is it's actually kind of warm out, even in the shade, so it makes it a little bit hard to do when you basically just can't go back to sleep. So yeah, it's going to take a while to build up my restfulness again and, you know, everything. So you deprive yourself of sleep, it will take a while to get your brain chemistry back to normal, you know? Again, easier to destroy than it is to create. One day of, you know, not sleeping well, it's going to take probably about a week of sleeping excellent in a row. It's like a meter. You have to, you know, it's like when you play Pokemon, old school, you know. What was that, Generation 2, where they had the original, you know, I haven't played Pokemon in a long time, so I'm a little mentally rusty on that. But, you know, you had your level, your HP bar, you had your XP bar, you know, and you had 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, you know, each point built on the other one, and then you'd see it go up, you know. You know, you gained XP, gained experience, so. What's up? What's up?
Got some food here.
Alright.
What are you up to?
Recording a video for YouTube and camping.
Oh, cool. So no buds?
What's up?
Looking for some weed. You want to get some?
Oh no, I don't smoke weed. I don't do any of that. Said in the previous video, I'm pretty much just off the beaten path, but people still, you know, travel down here every now and then, so it happens. I mean, as you can hear, I'm literally under a road, so, yeah, so, the, alkaline diet, this guy wanted to make a point to our people, and I'm not saying that it's not a bad idea, but he's like, oh, people learn about these things on the web, and they just, you know, repeat it back. You know, they're like, oh, the alkaline diet, this is, you know, this food alkalines you or whatever, this food is alkaline. And I've never been on the alkaline diet. I've never researched any structured diet. What I research is food and the health nutrients that each individual food has. And one point that he makes is that, which I actually did not know this, blueberries are apparently acidic, which, you know, it makes sense. It's a berry, it's a fruit, you know, fruits have, you know, citric and fruit acids and stuff, you know, and they have their juices. But again, your body, and this is a point that he makes, is that your body has its own redundancy system to keep it in a certain level of pH. Now, I want to raise this question to him. I'm going to try and send this to him maybe on a later day. So it's a good thing I review all my videos, and I'm going to update him later. What if you strip your blood? Because he brings this up. Your blood stays within a certain number, and if it fluctuates, old doctors are under the impression to tell everyone, if your blood fluctuates, you die. No, you don't. It's not that quick of a reaction. Now, if someone's pumping you in an IV with, like, straight battery acid or something, that's going to just rapidly, without your body being able to adapt, because that's the whole thing. Your body has time to react when you eat something that is purely alkaline, like he said, people who eat Tums or baking soda water or anything like that. Yes, that is going to alkaline an organ such as your stomach that is supposed to be of a certain acidic ratio. and it's going to completely, neutralize that. But your body does react to that. And, there are ways that is beneficial for your kidneys and other stuff from what I've heard. Now, again, to say that I'm repeating what other people have said on the internet, he makes another point that, 2 points. One, I practice, which is do it yourself. Try it and find out from consistent effort how it's going to affect your health. How is your health going to improve? By eating sweet potatoes every day. The Bright Side has what if videos. So what if you eat an avocado every day? Like just one avocado, let alone more than one. How is that going to affect your body just by building up more and more of those base vitamins and benefits every day? So here's what I'm going to say about the whole fact that the foods he was testing, since I'm trying to be more consciously aware that my phone is only going to record X amount at a time due to, storage limitations. He makes 2 points. One, eat basically if it grows from the earth, if it's natural foods, then that is what we are meant to eat. Not, McDonald's, not all these fatty foods that we've now mass produced. Those are fine in moderation, and human beings, especially in America, we forgot what moderation is. It's kind of an going extinct idea, so to speak. People are forgetting how to do things in moderation. And to counteract and ask the question of, your body can physically not get too acidic. It prevents it and has redundancies to just not be acidic. What happens when you eat these overly greasy and these overly acidic foods? What happens to your teeth? Your enamel wears away. What happens to your gut, your digestive system, or your legs? There's a reason why obesity does exist, and it's eating foods that are not healthy and are strictly fatty, strictly acidic, which I ADD'd out on the other thing I was going to bring up about the blood and bloodstream. What about those who actually strip their body of blood plasma, of the plasma in your blood? People who donate blood and they do it for cash. Because let's be honest, those who do, which I used to, when you donate twice a week, every week for 6 months or more, and how those places do is they go based off weight. That's how much they will take from you. You physically degrade over time. So, and again, I know I'm repeating something that I had heard through a program, which is the equivalent of saying that I'm repeating what I heard on the web, but that's why I'm saying it, is I want some clarification on if it's true or not from someone who's obviously an actual doctor. What is plasma? What is your blood's plasma? I was under the impression that it's essentially what regulates your blood's pH level and keeps it in check. So if you strip your body of that, yes, your body's going to notice the lack of, and it's going to produce more, but that's taking away your body's function towards other things. That's why you degrade over time. And again, while it's missing, until it can replace every single plasma cell that went missing, until it can do that, you're still going to look pale, and you're still going to get these lines under your eyes and everything. You're going to look like sickly death, basically. So again, just that being said, what is plasma? What is blood plasma? I'm going to ask you that question, doctor. And to any who see this video, the alkaline diet, he tested all these foods that are in the alkaline diet, and they're all neutral based. If you are eating things that are closer to neutrality and closer to alkaline versus something that is going to be acidic, yes, it is going to help, because you're not adding more crap into your system that your body now has to put forth the energy to fight and break down and all this other stuff, or just bad chemicals or whatever. And I will say I agree with him on, you should pretty much do what I'm doing. You know, people are like, oh, juice it, you know, get only the juice. No. Eat the entire thing, as I, you know, cut chips off, you know, just cut little slices off of my sweet potato and I eat it raw. I don't even wash it. And this is something where that I briefly mentioned in one of my other videos about my toothpaste, is that, you know, and he brings it up. People get, don't do that, you know, about swallowing your toothpaste. Now, yes, fluoride, again, is bad for you. I'm not discounting something that I've already said. What I'm saying is people wash your fruits and veggies and garden stuff. Why? You know, I don't. I'm perfectly fine. People start to believe things almost as if it's a part of a religion. Like, how's your mind process your religious belief? People start doing that when it comes to other things. You don't do that. It's you know, taboo. It's whatever. If you know, oh, bad bacteria, or oh, the dirt. We all ate dirt when we were 6, 5, and 4, and whatever. Dirt doesn't harm you. It's not bad for you. If anything, you get a little bit of dirt, a little bit ain't gonna hurt, you know? And not only that, but you're washing away other things that are also a part of the food. The bacteria that is on the food that you don't know if that's beneficial. You know? And how do you know that that's not also going to help? You know? How do you know that the soil helps? And if you're worried about, like, oh, well, you know, the pesticides or whatever that was put on the food, how much health nutrients are in the food that you're eating? Stop whining, people. I'm sorry, this is becoming a peeve of mine this week. I'm being irritated by humans that just want to whine and complain, and having an issue with this with Hollywood especially, to the point to where we give into SJWs and people who just, that's all they do in their life, is complain on behalf of things that don't need to be complained about. And in returns of this, just briefly, and this is, I promise, this is the only time this will ever be mentioned on this channel, because I do not like getting political, but a lot of SJWs also put up these fights for minorities and, you know, groups of people that they're not a part of. And so an acquaintance of mine mentioned on how the Cyberpunk 2077 or 2099 or whatever it's called has a Hessian gang called the Voodoo Boys, and, you know, people got all a rally about that. Oh, well, that's a stereotype, that's racist or whatever like that. And apparently Hessians were asked about it, and they're happy to be represented because no one ever represents them. So you get, and that's not the first time I've heard that. I've heard that about other instances and other media and other games, other movies, where these people who think that they are doing right are actually just, in the bigger picture, messing things up. And the people who they are trying to represent, no one cares about. When I say no one cares about, like, again, the Hessians didn't care. The Japanese didn't care. You know, these people who you're trying to stand up for, they don't want and need to be stood up for. We have the internet just as much as you do. If you want someone to stand up for you, you can stand up for yourself. Everyone can do it. we all have the tools to do the same things. And that's, again, just to get off of that, rant that doesn't belong to be on this channel. I will end it with something that is relevant to the channel, which is, that's the point of this channel, is we all have the tools and the knowledge is out there, both in terms of doing it ourselves, like eating the potato, seeing how our health of eating a sweet potato, how does our health go up? How does it affect our health by doing this right here? We all have the internet. It is now, there's no such thing as a phone anymore. All we have is smartphones. That's the only type of phone that exists. I just got some sand on my potato. I don't really want a crunchy potato right now, so I am going to wipe some of it off. But you obviously can't get it all off. And that's the point on this, is that, call it a plug, call it, whatever. I call it sharing the wealth and sharing the knowledge. We all deserve to grow and come out of our own ignorance, and those who want to, I want to help you with the knowledge that I have already acquired. Some people are like, wow, really? I didn't know that. It's like, yeah, well, I can show you, what I've already learned. And that's the whole point on the education side of YouTube, is that people who want to share what they know, and they want to put that out there, and people watch it, and then they understand it, and then, eventually everyone will click on that when they want to. So, this video I'm going to upload, probably going to be my worst video that I will ever upload to this channel, for the sake of how off track I got and how much it turned into like a off-topic rant. But there's still information for me to extract to make another video later. And again, my phone only has so much room, so I can't really make this video and then make a retry video. Otherwise it's not going, I don't have the space for that. So sorry. Hope you enjoy.